Hello, Brad Squad. It's 6:30 in the morning. It's Groundhog's Day. I'm at the Staten Island Zoo right now. It's 16 degrees outside. Feels like it's almost zero. And I'm waiting here at the entrance for Groundhog's Day celebration and for Groundhog Sam is supposed to meet me.
I'm here. I'm here.
So when did you get here?
I just got here a little bit ago. I got so excited about today that I didn't go to bed at all last night. And then I slept through my alarm, but I'm here now.
Didn't I tell you to take an Uber here?
Brad, I'm a groundhog and it's Groundhog Day. I had to burrow.
Sam, are you excited for this?
Brad, I cannot tell you how excited I am. I've been waiting all year for this day. This is the Super Bowl of groundhogs. We're going to find out whether we're going to have 6 more weeks of winter or not.
If you had to take a guess, what do you think?
I think spring's going to come. I think Groundhog Chuck's going to give us good news.
All right, Brad Squad. Sam and I are going into Groundhog's Day. Let's check it out.
Let's hear it for Groundhog Chuck.
Chuck is a little bit of a diva, so we'll see how it goes this morning. We know that he bit the former mayor, but he's a star, and I am honestly just as happy to share the stage with him. And of course, I will address him by his proper name, Mr. Charles B. Hogg. It has been a tough, very cold week in the city, so let's hope that Chuck's shadow sleeps this morning so that we are on the road to an early spring. Thank you all very much for being here, and I look forward to working with Chuck this morning.
Staten Island Chuck is the best groundhog congressman in the nation and will be good to us today.
And I'm going to need everybody's help today to wake Chuck up. And now, students and all our guests, make some noise. Let's do the countdown with the screens. 10.
It's a nail biter, folks. It's a nail biter. I'm so excited.
We're gonna have an early spring, no shadow from Chuck this morning. Everyone celebrate.
I'm here with Fred and Jessica. We're all warming up inside. How often have you been coming here to Groundhog's Day in Staten Island?
We came twice, or this is the third time. And you come and see Chuck say it's going to be spring. You should open the pool.
Chuck was
the reason. Chuck was the reason. Chuck comes and Chuck is the reason.
So do you know what day now you have to call the pool guy to open the pool?
April 1st. April Fool's Day, we open the pool.
So I'm with Ed Burke, the Deputy President of the Borough of Staten Island. Ed, I'm still keeping my hat on. I'm thawing out. Much colder than we thought it was going to be, huh?
It was much colder than I thought it was going to be, even for Groundhog Day.
Yeah.
But you know what? The adrenaline really pumps in me. I'm so excited about Groundhog Day, not just for the fun of this ritual, but I know the kids love it. The kids feel Chuck is a celebrity, and we call him an animal ambassador because once we get the interest of the children, then we can talk about more serious issues, like climate and endangered species. So Chuck is a great entry point for all those important animal issues we want to talk about.
How many Groundhog Days have you been attending?
It's like over 30 years I've been involved with them, but it's been for the past 8 years that I've been master of ceremonies.
Do you remember any Groundhog Days that pop in your head that were more exciting or more special, or are they all special in their own way?
They were all special in their own way, but let's face it, when the groundhog bit Mayor Bloomberg, it was the bite heard around the world. I couldn't believe how many people focused on that. And then Mayor de Blasio also, the groundhog, leapt out of his arms. So, those two kind of big media events led to this now new tradition where it's all hands-free. The groundhog is in his habitat, and that's the way we do it now. And it's kind of a multicultural kind of event. It's become everybody's. It's embraced really as an Americana kind of event.
And are you aware of your immigration background?
My mother's side immigrated from Italy at the turn of the century. We had his name in Ellis Island when they did that wonderful promotion about highlighting the immigrant experience. And on my father's side, the immigration was from Sweden and Norway.
If you've achieved your American dream here.
I have achieved my American dream. I have a great family. We have a great life where we're able to do things together. I work with animals, and it seems like from childhood, that was my dream, to work with animals. And I think in the United States, we all have to live on this world together.
I'm here with Corey Johnson, who may very well be the next mayor of the city of New York. So what inspired you to come out here on this very, very cold morning, Corey?
This is a New York City tradition. We are so proud of the Staten Island Zoo and Staten Island Chuck,
this your first time here?
My first time.
So what do you think about Chuck's prediction? You think we're going to get an early spring?
Well, the good thing about meteorologists is that no one can really do anything if they're wrong. So I hope he's right. I'm praying that he's right. I'm not a fan of winter.
Are you aware of the history of Groundhog's Day? It started by immigrants.
It started by immigrants in western Pennsylvania, I believe.
That's correct. It was started by Germans who came here and brought the tradition over from Germany.
Gobbler's notch.
Do you know your immigration story?
My mother is 100% Irish, and my father, my biological father, was born in Seoul, South Korea, to a Korean woman and an American soldier stationed there for the war. He was put in an orphanage as a baby, and he was adopted by an American couple, so I'm Irish-Korean. I'm 25% Korean and 50% Irish.
Do you say to immigrants, whether they're legal or not in status, who are scared to get government services, scared to call the police?
In New York City, we want to protect all immigrants. So here in the city and on the city council, we get tens of millions of dollars every year to protect immigrants, to make sure they get legal services, to make sure that they can access all levers of government, and to make sure that they get a municipal ID card and anything else that's necessary. I am so glad the state legislature just passed the DREAM Act for undocumented young people so they can get a higher education, and I support licenses for undocumented immigrants here in New York State.
You tell me about achieving your American dream, if you have done so already, or what your American dreams are.
For me, I live my life in an open way. I am openly gay. I am openly HIV positive. I'm the only openly HIV positive elected official in the state of New York. I've been clean and sober from drugs and alcohol for 9.5 years. And so for me, it's really about living your truth. It's really about not being as sick as your secrets. And I think it's about taking life a day at a time, knowing there are going to be good times and bad times. That's what, for me, my dream has always been about, and I've been very fortunate and blessed.
I'm here with Charles Fall, Assemblyman. He represents the North Shore of Staten Island. Charles, thank you for joining.
Happy to be here.
So what brings you out on this cold day to Staten Island to Groundhog Day?
Well, I wanted to get the inside scoop from Chuck to see if spring would come sooner, and I think we got some good news today.
And do you think he's going to be accurate?
Well, most of the time he's accurate.
78% of the time, I'm told.
78%.
Right. Do you know your family's immigration story?
Oh, yes, I do. And my parents came here from West Africa in the late 80s, with the hope of living the American dream. With their hard work and perseverance, I'm able to be where I am today because of that. And Maimuna recognizes that story, and so we don't ever take anything for granted. Continue to work hard and make our parents proud.
You're first generation born in the United States.
Correct.
What your American dreams are and whether or not you've achieved them.
Basketball was always my thing in college and high school, and fortunately got injured, but always did well in school, but I always worked hard. And now won a historic race on Staten Island. It's very inspiring to, especially like a lot of minorities in our community, that have always felt that they never had a place in government, and always encouraging folks to just get engaged and involved, right? But the whole idea is that folks know that there is a possibility as long as you do work hard.
I'm here with Patrick Raftery. He does all the music here at Groundhog Chuck Celebration at the Staten Island Zoo. Patrick, thanks for coming on our show.
Absolutely, it's my pleasure.
So how many years have you been doing the music here at Groundhog Day?
I think it's been 8 or 9. I'm not exactly sure. It's been too cold for my memory to work, but it's been a while.
Is this the coldest Groundhog's Day you've participated in?
It is one of the coldest. I think there was one where we actually had ice and snow coming down, and that was probably the coldest.
You do this for a living. You write and perform children's music.
Yep.
Tell me
Yep.
all the different places you performed and where we can find some of your music.
I'm at musicwithpatrick.com, and I play at New York Public Libraries all throughout. My next show actually is at the main branch, the Children's Center. I play at Staten Island Zoo, Children's Museum, camps, schools, everything you can possibly imagine. Even the Tibetan Museum here on Staten Island, we've played there as well, which was really interesting.
What does it mean to you to come out here for Groundhog's Day?
It's more special because I'm a native Staten Islander, and I remember coming to the zoo as a child, so to come here and be part of the community, it's just a fun, happy celebration.
You aware of your immigration story?
My father is the child of Irish immigrants who came from Roscommon and Mayo counties, and my mom's father was French-Canadian, came from Montreal, and her grandmother came from Italy, so that's my mix.
What American dreams mean to you and if you've achieved them?
By playing at Groundhog Day, that is certainly something wonderful. But I would say absolutely, and I never take for granted where I live and when I live, but the fact that my grandparents, great-grandparents came here and what they did, they didn't know it at the time, but it affected me and my children, and I would think that that alone is something to be grateful for. So yeah, I think so. I think I've achieved that dream.
We have a big situation here. Groundhog Sam just met a twin.
Hello.
Wait a second. And I love you. I love you. I love you. So before you say I love you and start, okay. I know. Okay. Say hi, nice to meet you. My name is Sam. What is your name?
My name is Sam. What's your name?
My name is Groundhog Gus.
Groundhog Gus?
Indeed.
All right. It's so nice to meet you. I can't believe one of my ilk is here besides Groundhog Chuck. It's a groundhog party.
Can you believe it?
I can't.
Give each other a hug now. You've met each other. Aww. Okay.
And you can come visit us in Spa at Bernstein anytime.
All right, Sam. I think that's enough spotlight for you today. It was a lot of fun being with you, and then maybe we'll come back next year. What do you think?
Oh, Brad, that would be wonderful. Thank you so much for coming out with me. This is really my special day, and I'm so glad I got to share it with you. You're the best.
Aw, thank you. Thanks for watching. For more Brad Show Live, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.